Everything that we do, we think about how it might impact our environment, and that's something that's super important to me. My name is Annalise, and I am a graduate mechanical and environmental engineer at Unitywater. So I originally applied for the graduate program while I was in my final year of uni. However, when I was offered the position in the program, I actually ended up starting a bit earlier in that November and completing the vacation program as well. In that time, I have completed a couple of different rotations across different areas of the business, and at the moment I am in our network planning teams. In my current role, I mainly work with hydraulic models. So throughout the day, I might get requests come through to model a particular scenario. For example, we may have a water main break within the network and have to supply customers through a different route. So I would simulate that change in the network in the model and make sure that all of the customers can still be provided with water. I love all of the people and the culture that we have at Unitywater. Especially as a graduate, it can be a little bit daunting going into this new sort of corporate environment, but everyone made me feel super welcome, which has been great. I also love working for a company which has such big sustainability goals. It's something that everyone thinks about across the business, and everything that we do, we think about how it might impact our environment, and that's something that's super important to me. Looking at seagrass rehabilitation, and this has definitely been the most interesting project that I've worked on so far. We're looking at planting seagrass across our service region and seeing what benefits this has to our environment, the habitats in the waterways, and whether they can remove nutrients from our waterways as well. We even got to go out on site last week and start planting at a couple of the locations, so it's been a super awesome project to be involved in. In my current role, one of the modelling that we do includes making sure that sewage isn't overflowing to the environment, particularly when we have heavy rainfall events. In one of my previous roles, I was working with our sustainability team, so I was involved in some projects that looked at measuring and reducing our carbon emissions across all different aspects of the business, and also involved in looking at how we could reduce the amount of vegetation that we might be removing. Unitywater currently has some large sustainability goals, so these include aiming to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2040 and aiming to have a net zero nutrient discharge into our waterways by 2040. So there's a bunch of awesome projects that have been done and are in the planning stage to contribute towards these goals. A great example is our Caboolture River Rehabilitation Project. So this one is looking at stabilising the riverbank to stop erosion into the river, and also looking at changes to reduce our carbon emissions as well. It's okay to change career pathways and try new things. When I started uni, I changed my degree about 3 times before I finally ended up sticking to mechanical engineering.